on a bottle of gin. Last night I got loaded on a bottle of gin, on a bottle of gin. You know I feel alright, feel alright, I feel alright, feel alright.
All right, everybody, Brian Diaz here with NOLADrinks, and I'm here with Paul Gustings from Empire Bar, located inside Broussard's restaurant, certainly one of the most famous traditional restaurants here in the French Quarter of New Orleans. And we're doing our featured cocktail segment today. And Paul, what are you making for us today?
I'm making two different drinks. One is a Sazerac, which everybody knows what that is.
Yeah, it's sort of
one
like...
knows of it. It's like the official drink of the city of New Orleans. Unfortunately, not the state of Louisiana. And the second one I do is a variation on a Manhattan, and it's called Autumn in New York.
Okay, great. So we're going to start with the Sazerac, and I think with
Sazerac.
that drink, as you mentioned, iconic drink here.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people make it wrong. So
A lot of people make it different.
Okay.
Wrong? I don't know. I can't make judgment on you doing something
Okay,
wrong.
fair
You're
enough.
not
Good.
doing something wrong. You know, I make mine in a very specific way. I actually have other bartenders come in here to look at how I make them, and because they don't make it anywhere near how I make it.
Okay.
And they come in and they look at it and see how I make it.
right on, folks. So I'm going to let Paul take it away here, and he's going to whip up Sazerac for us.
Okay, Sazerac, Old New Orleans drink. A little bit of simple syrup and rye whiskey, which is the main ingredient in it. It used to be originally made with cognac, but that's a very different drink. I put in 11 dashes of Peychaud bitters, which is a lot more than most people do. Take a rocks glass, coat the inside of the glass with herb saint, and this is the tricky part. Don't drop this, because those things shatter. Take the finished drink, strain it in there. A lemon. Take the peel off. Rub the outside of the peel, which is where the oils are, on the rim of the glass. And then put the oils on top of the drink. I don't leave the lemon twist in it for the simple reason that if people drink it slowly, the inside of the lemon, but where the pith is, can potentially turn the drink bitter, and I want to avoid that. And here you go, Sazerac Cocktail.
All right, great, Paul. So the Sazerac, and do you mind reviewing real quick the proportions and the ingredients?
It's about a small bar spoonful of simple syrup, 2 ounces of rye whiskey. We use Old Overhold because when I started tending bar, that was all that was available. So I keep using it. I also think it's the best rye whiskey for this drink.
Okay.
Hands down. 11 dashes of Peychaud bitters. You stir that, don't shake it. Not too long, because otherwise you water it down too much.
Okay.
It just needs to leave a little chill on it. And then you put a couple of dashes, like 2 or 3 of herb saint in your glass, twirl it around so it coats the inside of the glass, and strain it in there and garnish it with a lemon twist.
Great. Okay, and you mentioned Old Overhold being your choice. Any particular reason why? Just the flavor profile?
I like the way it tastes. It's been around for I don't know how long, and like I said, 35 years ago, there was only one rye whiskey, and it was Old Overhold. I mean, there were others available. There were others, but they were not always available. And Old Overhold is from New Orleans. It's a New Orleans drink, so
That makes a lot of sense to me.
That's why I do that. Yeah, and I really like the character of Old Overhold.
I'm gonna have a little sip here, Paul.
All right.
Oh, that's really good. That's a proper Sazerac, Paul. I
Thank you.
appreciate that. So what are we doing next now?
Next thing we're doing is a Autumn in New York, which is an adaptation of a drink that I make. That the recipe was given to me by a friend of mine.
And you said it's a variation on a Manhattan.
It's a variation on a Manhattan. And you met the lady, Amy?
Yes.
Amy Yaki?
Yes.
She's the one that gave me the original recipe, and I changed it around a little bit.
Okay.
To make it more along what I do.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Take it away.
Okay. Autumn in New York, a recipe that was given to me by Amy Yaki, who used to tend bar here in New Orleans as well. She's now in Washington State. Actually works at Dillinger's in Olympia, which is one of the few cocktail bars in Olympia, small town. So it's 1.5 ounces of of rye whiskey, about a half an ounce of Nucello, a splash of Nux Alpine, which is a walnut bitter, and it's just a splash. Come on, I know you're in there. It's, whoops, just a splash. A quarter of an ounce of Dubonnet, a quarter of an ounce of Carpano Antigua, and you stir it just until it's chilled, because you don't want to water it down too much. You strain this drink into a Nicanora, and this is the drink. There you go. Yep.
All right, Paul, so thanks. The Autumn in New York?
Autumn in New York.
Yeah, it looks like a great drink. I'll give that a sip. And while I'm doing that, tell people where they can come see you here at the Empire Bar in the French Quarter.
Yeah, it's I work at the Empire Bar, which is at Broussard's, 819 Conti Street. My schedule is a little open. I usually am off on Wednesday and Thursdays, and the rest of the week I'm here. And you know, and one of the reasons people come in here is because I'm well known to make punches.
Yes.
Which is something that takes a little while. I have 5 of them on the menu right now. It's one of the things that is really unusual about this place, because nobody else makes punches. It takes the time that it takes to make them. You know, most of these things take like 2 weeks to 2 months to make. And most people, when they make a punch, they put it on the bar and sell it that same day.
Great.
And that's not how it works.
Yeah, exactly. When you're on the show coming up here, which people hopefully will tune into, and we'll reference to this, so they may see this before or after, but we're going to get into those punches.
Okay,
So
great.
we'll check it out. Paul, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Well, welcome.
Yeah. Cheers.
All right.